Yo! Yo, yo, yo! What is up, guys? I wanted to ask how everyone's doing, but if you're not doing good right now, like, I don't know what the hell you're doing. Probably shorting all the way up or selling too early, I don't know. But holy shit, back at 60k, let's fucking go. Man, happened faster than expected, right? We're less than 13%, well, we're less than 14% away from all-time highs. That's crazy. Crazy to think about. Absolutely crazy. You know, at this point, I wouldn't even be surprised if we weak all-time highs in the coming what? Days? Hours? I don't know, man. I don't know. By Friday? I mean, why not? Sure. Crazy. Anyways, welcome to the live stream. We'll take a look at some charts. Try to keep it as rational as possible. With some plans, right? To enter the markets if you haven't already, which would suck. But anyways, and obviously try not to FOMO, right? Just gonna wait a couple more minutes so some more people can join. Then we'll get started. We'll talk about some alts, rotations maybe, Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, the usuals, and how I'm planning on playing them. All right. Volume okay? Can everyone hear me? Everyone can see the Bitcoin chart, right? Music not too loud at the moment. All good, perfect. I will do requests in a bit. I'll first do my own thing, okay? I'm underexposed still. Yeah, I mean, I think a lot of people are. Yeah. Right, let's get started. So yeah, Bitcoin. First of all, huge congrats to everyone who's holding spot Bitcoin. We're freaking back at 60k, which is insane, considering how fast it happened. Like that 60k was coming again. That I think most people thought, but that it was coming this fast, like holy shit. Anyways. What did I have as my resistance level was this low, right? And it's also the level where I sold some more spots. We're well above that level now on the lower time frames. And to be honest, what I'm focusing on here will be this monthly range from back in 21, okay? We've had this range, yeah, all the way from since it happened right here. Why is this range key to me? The initial bull run, then from this high, the first high where we saw decent retrace towards these lows, okay, so highs, lows set, back to the highs, swept the highs, back to the lows, swept the lows, okay. What confirms the range? Look at how pivotal the mid-range has been, starting all the way back here, right? Here, resistance, and then now just recently as well, beautiful resistance. And now we will have to see, right? Starting with our first plan, if we do get close to this range mean, right? I think that's a great entry for spot buys, anything below 50k. In my opinion, if you're really desperate to looking to get in, like if you don't have any exposure, for example, I'd already start scaling in at 53, right? And then the levels above, the levels below, sorry, being these lows down here into this range mean, like I just said. And if it breaks below here, we might even get a tap at these lows, sub 40k. Like at this point, where Bitcoin is trading above 60k, it might sound weird that we're talking about targets sub 40k, right? But it's exactly the same the other way around, right? When Bitcoin was trading here, for example, talking about 60k Bitcoin in the next couple weeks to days even, might also have sounded weird. So Bitcoin is one hell of an asset that can do whatever it wants, and also does that, you know. It pulls out these crazy moves to the upside and crazy moves to the downside out of nowhere. Sometimes, like, people ask why the hell is it pumping that hard, and very often there are reasons that it is doing that, but also a lot of times it's just because it wants to, right? Why is it pumping right now? Well, because there is more buyers than there are sellers, okay? And as long as that's the case, like, we're gonna go up, you know? With all of these inflows from the ETFs, like, I wouldn't be surprised if we trade towards all-time highs in the next couple of days. I wouldn't be surprised to see 70k at all. Like, consider yourself lucky if you get dips and buy them. Obviously, in a market that looks like this. Like, I've been bullish Bitcoin. I averaged down big right here, which was absolutely beautiful. Initially, most of you probably saw my spot place, right, where I initially started buying here and then averaged down here, which are now in big profit. And then my plan was to start selling above 52k and sell all the way into this box. Okay, right now I think I've sold like 30% of my Bitcoin, and I think I'm gonna stick to that for now and let the market do whatever it wants for the next couple of days to weeks. See if we build up a range or see if we just keep squeezing higher. The chances of us putting in an ugly candle to the downside are very low, in my opinion, because of all the things that are happening. And if we get some decent downside, I think it will be short-lived. So I think, yeah, we instantly reverse back up and trade higher again. Okay, so my plan is to hold what I have right now, and yeah, what you use. How do you know what to target whenever something is trading towards price discovery? What I really like using is Fibonacci levels. Okay, so take the Fibonacci levels from the previous all-time high to the bear market low, right? And then see where the 1.618 level is resting and where the 2 Fib extension is resting. So that means that the distance between all-time high and bear market low, previous all-time high and bear market low, just copy paste that distance to the upside, right? And that's when you get this level. So those are going to be the levels I'll be targeting, and where I'll be taking off some Bitcoin. But the main thing you want to keep in mind is, like, I'm never going to sell all my Bitcoin, you know. You just see what portion of your net worth is at that moment into Bitcoin, and if it's getting too big, take some off, and if it's getting lower and lower, right, add some. That's also a great way, in my opinion, to sort of play the spot market and see where to de-risk and where to add risk. All right, so that's gonna be it for Bitcoin. Honestly, like I said, if you're looking to get in, very low time frame, right, will be this resistance that got broken. Maybe if we wick down in there, or even wick below these lows, right, look to get in, trade it higher. If it fails to do that and we close below this level, then I think we come down back towards the 52k mark, where we did spend some time ranging, right? And wicks in there, I think will get bought up aggressively. And if not, I think it will be a liquidation cascade wick that sends us below here, and then just wicks us below there, and then trades higher from there. All right, so that's Bitcoin. Now the good thing is, Bitcoin's one thing, but we also have altcoins, and a lot of them haven't even started pumping. So ETH, for example, is doing really good, but I wouldn't be surprised if ETH pulls a sort of blow off top candle. Like whenever you see this, right, just come multiple green candles, strong closes, straight continuation, it almost never just does that and then top. What it does then is strong close, continuation, strong close, continuation, strong close, and then it blows off, puts in a big ass wick, and then maybe you start seeing some downside. So I wouldn't be surprised if Ethereum hits 3.6k over the next couple days, maybe even within this weekly candle. Like, I wouldn't be surprised at all. Same thing as Bitcoin, I will be de-risking some in case we do this, right? And look to add back on dips if I get them, of course. But yeah, I always like to play it safe. And I do have quite a big portion of my spot portfolio into Ethereum as well at the moment. My Ethereum bag at the moment is, I think, almost the same size as my Bitcoin bag. So definitely planning on taking at least some off at 3.6k, and we'll see what it wants to do there. Another one that I just rotated into is Sol, of course. Weekly looking very interesting to me, and I saw posts on Twitter where they compared Solana to Ethereum in the previous bull market, right? Where it went to all-time highs, and said that Solana could do the same in this bull market. And I 100% agree with that post. I can't really remember who posted it, but I definitely agree that I could see Solana hit like $400 plus in the coming weeks to months. Okay, so if you take a look at where it's trading at right now, in a clean range, right, where we made a high, made a low, swept the low, good sign, mid-range acting as resistance, then flipped mid-range, retested support, right, and it's now just looking like it wants to explode higher. If so I rotated some of those Bitcoin cells that I had into Solana. If it happens to put in another low or anything below this range low is a good buy in my opinion, and I will be adding to my spot bags. So yeah, on the weekly I'm not sure we're gonna get it, but if you get it, some sort of wick in there, maybe even lower, I don't know, something like this, it's a buy. Okay, anything below 80, I mean, in my opinion, it's a buy right here at 100, 110. But anything below 100, I think you just blindly buy and target. Even if it's just 150, you know, that's still a good spot play. So scale in, you know, scale in, I would say. Buy dips and sell the highs. Take off at the highs and buy the lows. Just finished my exam. Nice, man. Holy shit, Ocean. Did a nice scalp on this from here in Discord. By the way, I'm currently flat on margin. We did some really nice trades. A couple big winners after each other. So the 10k account is currently close to 16k at the moment, which is amazing. We're close to a 2x. Well, still some to go, but we're up 60%, which is nice. I'm planning on trying to run it up big time in the bull when alts start taking off. But the reason I closed those margin trades, well, obviously Bitcoin is on a run. But earlier today, when Bitcoin did this, alts literally nuked. So it was not worth holding 3 positions open at that time in my eyes, because I think once Bitcoin does the inevitable and will cascade a little bit lower, well, just in general puts in a retrace after maybe a blow off top to I don't know where, I think alts will get slaughtered. But in general, those dips will be a buy, I think. But on low time frame trades, like on hourly trades or 4-hour trades, those will likely trigger your stops. So yeah, that's why I closed them. So I'm in no positions, just chilling in spot. Let's take a look at the spot bags I'm in right now. So we have Bitcoin. like I said, scaled out of 30%, around something around there. Ethereum still fully in, first target up here, 3600. Then we have GMX. Yeah, still looking extremely good. By the way, higher up from where we bought now. So we bought right here, then dipped back down. Now put in a new high, broke above this range mean we talked about. So I see no reason why this wouldn't be trading towards this high next. Like I said, if Bitcoin nukes a bit, I could see alts wick down and then get bought up. So ideal scenario for me right now is Bitcoin does a blow off top, I don't know to where, then sees a big wick maybe to the upside and cascades lower, and then just start ranging, right? For maybe a couple days, maybe even weeks, maybe just the same as it did right here, something like that, and to give altcoins some room to trade a lot higher. So ideal scenario then would be for this maybe to wick back into these blue areas, and then after that when Bitcoin is chilling for this to run. Doggy, beautiful. Don't have the bag I used to have because I sold some of it here, but then we rebought the lows because it just felt like a doggy bag. Having a doggy bag was the play. So I still have all of that, haven't taken any profit yet. Planning on first TPing some at this range high. Okay, so there, and then it's off to these highs right there. But I'll likely take off half right here. Okay, then this one, I don't even know how to fucking pronounce this shit, but I like the chart. I also don't even know what it does, but it looks good for a 60% move to the upside. It's still trading around break even, but I bought this last week after the breakout of this accumulation range, strong weekly close above range high, right? And as you can see on the lower time frames, it's been holding. So expecting a big breakout to the upside. Invalidation if we break back below range high. Wicks I will of course allow. So if it does this, right, and then trades back above, that's fine. And I might even look for some additional trades. Then this one, 2 bags I bought on Qcoin, 2 Ethereum layer 2s with fantastic charts in my opinion, right? Pumped big time, just simply consolidating. No reason to spam or I'll give you a timeout, which I'll do right now. There you go, you're welcome. So this one, if it dips into this green area, big demand area, I'll add. Same thing here. If it dips into, but look how strong this is looking. I think mid is at least to $200. So yeah, 2 spot bags, additional spot bags. Talked about it in the Discord. I think I haven't posted these 2 on Twitter, but I did post about them in the Discord. Then Matic, great FA and TA, right? For me, mostly I buy these because of TA. The range, lower time frame range on top of this higher time frame range. Well, a daily range we'll call this, and this the weekly range. Daily range at the range low, at the weekly range low, high, low, low, high swept, low swept, and now breaking above range high, looking for an explosive move to new highs. So having a Matic back also just makes sense to me, right? Once again, if it dips lower, I will be adding to my bags. Then we have Mask. That was my most recent buy. Oof, Bitcoin dipping a little. Let's take a look after this. My most recent buy. Why weekly, right? Because of this close above range mean, right? As you can see, big pump, high, low, wick the lows, wick the highs or swept, retest range lows while sweeping some lows here. Boom, back towards range mean, resistance, 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 wicked above but closed below, right? And now finally we got the break and close above range mean. So any dip into this green area, in my opinion, is a buy, targeting first this high, then range high, and then these clean highs up here. And then potentially, if we close a weekly above here, all the way up into $14.7. Okay, and then the latest addition to my spot bags is obviously Solana, which I just talked about. So those are my current spot bags. And apart from that, simply looking to play margin a little more aggressive once Bitcoin starts ranging a bit and alts start popping off. And that's how I'm planning to play it. Let's see what Bitcoin does here. By the way, if you're enjoying the stream, leave a like, please. Takes 1 second. Let's get it to 30 likes at least. Subscribe if you haven't already. And go check out Prime XBT. There's a link in the description if you want to join my Discord, where I post all of my 10K account trades live with different channels where you can hang out. Simply make an account, make a deposit, and DM me, and I will sort things out. It's completely free, you know. All you have to do is use a link. Yeah, but in market conditions where Bitcoin does this, right, you buy any SFP. And whenever it stops working, right, you know that you're likely to enter a bigger range. So for Bitcoin right here, yeah, it hasn't, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if this holds and we just do this. Who knows, you know? Let's take it. Stop loss 58, 816. Very low risk though, because we're already high up a lot. So I wouldn't be surprised if we do this, right? If we wick in here. But then we could try again, you know, so half risk. Why not if we keep on pumping? But just like here, right? I was like, should I long? But you just know in market conditions like this, where it just puts in these highs constantly after each other, you know that every bullish SFP is a buy. That's how it has been and how it's gonna be. But let's see. Nah, I'm not liking this 4-hour low though. That could be a problem. Didn't check about that. Yeah, we could be wicking this. But anyways, it's just a low time frame scalp. Who knows? Right. What happened to Floki? Yeah, that's one of those meme coins, right? Just like Pepe. Not sure if you saw my posts I did this morning on Pepe. Probably you did. Look at this, man. You remember when I was talking about this all the way from here? When we reclaimed this, but I didn't have patience enough to hold, and yeah, sold way too early. Well, I sold back here or somewhere because I didn't like it, and I re-entered here, sold here again, and then bought it again at the lows, but unfortunately I sold for like 15% profit, and then it did this. Yeah, meme coins are popping. This whiff coin as well, right? It's crazy. not a bad buy probably if you wick into range lows, wick into range highs again. Because you see it lines up beautifully with clean lows and with this local range here. Highs, lows. So how about something like this and then pop off again. Right, that would be nice. What else was I in? UMA. This one. I mean, it still looks fantastic to me, but honestly was just scared I had too much risk on the table, so I closed it. But I still believe that this pops once Bitcoin is done and starts ranging a bit. So yeah, what else was it? Yeah, Ocean, we did a nice scalp. Sui, that was it. Let's see. Yeah, entered there, took off 25% at this high, luckily. But then when, like I said, when Bitcoin did that small dip, it just died. So I closed the rest at break even. But the idea on this was just a bounce play, you know. Demand, OTE, from the low to the high, range lows swept into OTE. So just for this to trade towards some highs. But like I said, I'm fully out of this already. Oh yeah, and then yup. This one, initially very nice move, but then just like the others, Bitcoin dumped a very little bit and alts just died. So I also closed this for very small profit. Right now, honestly, what I'm waiting for here is for Bitcoin to wick down, to see lower, right? Something like this. Maybe something like this, and then start ranging, and then alts will likely pop off. So I'm waiting with alts. Tia. Same thing. Looking for this to still sweep these lows. Not sure you're gonna get it. If alts in general start popping off, this will likely do so as well. But then still, I want to see a break above here before I consider buying this. You see, break above there, then trade it to new highs, or sweep of this, and then I'd like to enter either one of those. Right here it's in the middle of nowhere. Grok, what's that? Not on Bybit. Gonna only do coins that are on Bybit, by the way. Not sure what you're typing, but TRB. Yeah, I mean, this chart, man, I can't. Does it have this wick on? Yeah, probably. I mean, let's see. But yeah, see, I don't like this chart, you know. Look at this pump, wicking this, and ever since it hasn't managed to close above there again. So first thing on the weekly, what I would like to see is a break above there. And otherwise, I would wait for at least a sweep of this. So either above here or boom, and then there. Xi. Yeah, this one I like. This one I really like, but hold on. Yeah, let's start with a clean chart. Former monthly high. Weekly. Daily. Yeah, see, pump. Where did we see a retrace? From these highs, right? Where did these highs lead to? Zooming in. From these highs to, guess what? Lining up beautifully with last month's high. Boom. So for me, to long this, I'd like to see a sweep of these lows. Reclaim. Boom. Take it from there. Or strength above first supply, right? Sideways price action that led to the break back inside the range. Key level right there. Key range high that got wicked and then swept again. So one of these. Looking for one of these. But looking strong at the moment though. But yes, in general, I really like this. Because look at this chart, you know, it's just been going for new highs. So the daily is looking strong as well. But look at this, still almost a flat bottom on the daily there. So could still go for those lows, I think. Inch. Ugly sweep of these highs just happened. So not sure it's ready to break out yet, but I do think that this will be trading significantly higher. But give it time, you know. This is one of those, I think I said it in the last live stream as well, simply buy spot on dips. I wouldn't margin trade this. Why? Because it can chop a lot longer than you could anticipate, and then you will get fucked on funding, you know. So just buy some spots. I think this range will lead to expansion higher, but not sure from when. Could even see this do this all the way back to these lows and then break out from there. Right? Silo. No worries, man. Oof. Yeah, this one's beautiful. Oh yeah, I remember down here, some people were, well, some people. I remember there was one guy that mentioned this this sweep, and I was looking at it, and I was like, yeah, this is a beautiful example of a classic chart where you sweep the lows into demand, into a key level with clean highs above, and I didn't take it. But yeah, right now, very close to this high, so I think this is the next target. But once again, with Bitcoin, you never know, so longing up here, not sure if that's the best idea. Then I'd be waiting for just a sweep of some low time frame lows. Right, highs, where did these highs lead to? Lows, maybe wait for something like this, a week down there, and then trade it higher. What if you buy with 3x instead of spot? What do you mean? What if? Yeah, sure you can. See, it's bouncing already, you know? I'm already in profit. I mean, way too early to say so, but just to give you the view of, like, in market conditions like this, You just need to find an entry and ride it up. But yeah, I mean, this will probably be one of the latest, you know, because of what we've pumped a lot already, which is why I'd advise you to go very low risk if you're still entering here. But I would, if you would ask me, would you rather short here or long? I'd probably say long. I've learned from previous bull markets, like where I was still shorting every up move because I thought it was a bear market rally. Just ignore that, and it's not worth it even. In like, or people say hedging my spot. Like, yeah, I've been there as well, but it does make sense sometimes, but it's very difficult to time it well. Bit. I liked Bit when it swept this, but once again didn't long and it squeezed. I mean, I've been doing very well these last couple of weeks, 2 months. Made a lot of money and I still feel like I've missed out on a lot. It's classic, but yeah, it is what it is. Guys, leave a like. Let's get the likes to 30, please. Come on, let's do this. So Bit, I mean, I did like it, like I said, when it was trading here. Right now with this wick, I'm not sure. I do think this trades higher, but I think we could be in for some more ranging, and that on low time frames that there's better picks out there. Like, I would want to see a wick to the downside and some ranging for this in order to look to long this again. Maybe even these are the new lows. These highs led to these lows. So that would be a nice play in my eyes. Something like this. And then higher. But overall, yes, dips are for buying. This one, not the best looking one because it swept the highs already, but bullish market structure. But yeah, that's the difference between the ones that will squeeze hard and the ones that will just go up in general, you know. So not looking too hot. Probably would wait for some more ranging and some more lows to get swept and then higher. BNB also did a beautiful trade on this. Remember from this green box? So yeah, I think next target up here. But would I buy it up here? Nah, because invalidation is too far and target is too close. You know, for a spot, I mean, sure. If you average in here, right? But apart from that, I would wait for some dip. See this daily, also no wick to the downside, so maybe wait for some kind of wick down or some ranging before entering, right? Something like this, and then higher. FET. New highs. Yeah, I mean, looking good, you know. If you're in, I just hold. If you're not and looking for an entry, maybe if Bitcoin chills, right? well, if Bitcoin puts in a retrace, something like this, sweep of the lows, that's where I'd enter. But yeah, it's all, that's for margin, you know. With spot, I would be more aggressive, then I'd probably already scale in here, and if it does this, I'd add more. But for margin, like if you long here, where do you put your stop? There, then it's in a liquidity pool, and even then to 1.6 it's 1 hour. It's not worth it, you know. While if you enter here on the reclaim with a tight stop, you see, much better risk rewards. All right, a couple more and then I'm gonna hop off. Phil, we'll do Phil, Atom and Say, and then that will be it. Oof, this one I really like. Yeah, I love this one. Especially the weekly. Clean highs here. Range low. Swept, reclaimed, retest. Break in market structure. If you consider this as a lower high and this as a lower high, then this just became the higher high. You could, if you're using trend lines, probably something like this, right, where it broke out. I'm not going to, but anyways, let's see the daily. Daily doesn't look too good, although on the 4 hour I do like it. As you can see, low, swept into demand, retest and upside. The only thing I don't like is the daily. Because of that really have no wick to the downside. So I wouldn't be surprised if it does this and then goes. But I really like this one. I'm gonna look to get some, I think. Yeah. Atom. Make sure to write it down. Fill. And then Atom and Say, but first Atom, yeah, also looks good with all of these highs. Like I think at least towards $18. Daily. Yeah, not bad. Probably wouldn't enter here. Also wait for a retest of that, at least, you see. But for spot, looking extremely good for these highs up here. Yeah, Say, my plan was to look for longs on the sweep into range mean. Unfortunately, slightly front ran this, as you can see here. But it is what it is. I would have entered then. Right now it pumped right into supply with some clean lows underneath us. So I think there's better picks out there. If it shows strength above here though, something like this, and dips get bought, yeah, then I might look for a long to trade it to new highs. But if we don't, like, look for break back in here and then a sweep of these lows into range mean and look for longs there. Right? Let's see what Bitcoin does. So I'm in a small long at the moment, right? In market conditions like these, any dip is for longing as long as you have a clean validation and you manage your risk. But be careful, right? We've pumped quite a bit already. We're at freaking 60K, unbelievable. But at the same time, why not pump to all-time highs, you know? I can imagine anyone who wanted to sell before all-time highs did, right? Maybe some are waiting for like 65, this level, but I think the books up here are thin, in generally speaking, right? So yeah, that's gonna be it for today. Hope you guys enjoyed the live. It's good for me as well, these live streams, to check all of these charts. You guys type in the chat, keeps me focused, keeps me in track. So probably another live stream tomorrow, so stay tuned. I will announce in Discord and on Twitter. Leave a like if you haven't already, subscribe, use the link in the description if you want to join the Discord for free. By the way, all you have to do is use the link in the description, make a deposit, and send me proof on Discord. All right, take it easy, everyone. Don't FOMO, even though we're up at 60k, but yeah, that's never good. All right, see you tomorrow. Bye.